Arguments are deceptively difficult. We often believe that presenting facts will logically lead others to our conclusions. But when was the last time someone changed your deeply held views simply by stating their case? Facts alone rarely persuade. Avoiding arguments can seem appealing, but unaddressed disagreements tend to fester. The resulting buried resentment can slowly poison relationships. Neither constant conflict nor total avoidance offers a real solution. Throughout history, most philosophers have cared about a few key things: truth, logic, and open inquiry. But they have failed to provide what we really want to know. How do you dominate our opponents in a debate, making them look like a fool and you really clever? For that matter, how do we do this even if they are right? And we are wrong after all truth can be dry and boring and involve tedious, complex reasoning steps. Whereas destroying someone in an argument is deeply exciting and will make everyone look at us and go, "What a smart and handsome man." However, what if I offer you a counterpoint to such manipulative debate tactics and embrace a good faith approach to arguments? The core idea is a rule. Before responding to someone's claim, you must first summarize their viewpoint accurately and to their satisfaction. This forces you to listen closely, validating their perspective, a powerful act as people crave attention, far from straw manning. This distills their argument to its essence, making it a complex cognitive task that benefits both parties. It's the opposite of deceitful rhetorical tricks. It builds understanding. Take, for instance, contentious issues like gun control or abortion, which have valid points on both sides. Guns are dangerous, yet state monopoly on force isn't self-evident. But this honest approach requires knowing the full spectrum of arguments, not just parroting shallow biases. It demands humility and recognizing your viewpoint's limits. However, if your opponent isn't listening, stop talking. It's futile, like ping pong balls against a wall. Instead, explore why. Are you too forceful? Are they disengaged? This shift from imposing to investigating is more rewarding than winning. Talking to those who hold a radically different view to yours is especially valuable. You'll learn something new, even if you disagree, which trumps a hollow victory of an unwinnable argument. This approach prioritizes growth over domination. But if you insist on winning at all costs, obliterate your opponent completely in an argument, then watch on. In his satirical essay, The Art of Being Right, Arthur Schopenhauer unveils a playbook of cunning, logically dubious tactics designed to win arguments, regardless of the truth. This video distills 5 key strategies, focusing on their practical application in debates where optics trump substance. Prevent their perspective from gaining traction. Schopenhauer first highlights the peril of an opponent's reasonable perspective gaining traction. To counter this, he suggests exaggeration. Twist their stance into an absurd caricature. For instance, if someone defends free speech, retort, "So you think we should yell bomb in an airport?" This strawman tactic obscures their nuance, making their position seem indefensible. Reframing is another weapon. You can take your opponent's exact words and use them to turn everything against him or her. As an example, in a Republican debate, Jeb Bush started attacking Senator Marco Rubio for having missed votes in the Senate while he was campaigning. I'm not sure this was ever going to be effective, but Rubio knocked him back and disarmed the attack simply by observing, "Someone convinced you attacking me is going to help you." The most classic example is probably from 1984, when Reagan was running for re-election at age 73. When this was brought up in a debate, he almost seemed to have misunderstood the question in his remark, but it was a genius response. "I will not make age an issue this campaign. I am not going to exploit, for political purposes, my opponent's youth and inexperience," Reagan said. How effective was it? He even left his opponent, Walter Mondale, laughing and beat him in a landslide. Relentless questioning. To further unsettle opponents, Schopenhauer advocates relentless questioning, not to clarify, but to confound. Bombard them with irrelevant, loaded, or presupposition-laced queries. E.g., given puppies are evil, why keep them? This forces convoluted responses, eroding their coherence and making them appear foolish, especially if you ignore strong answers and pounce on weak ones. Schopenhauer also exploits common sense as a trap. State something simple but wrong, e.g., "The sun moves, we don't," and let an informed opponent flounder in complex rebuttals. Audiences often favor brevity over accuracy, dismissing nuance as overcomplication. Interruptions amplify this, derail their train of thought, making them stumble and seem unsteady, regardless of their argument's strength. Anger is a potent ally. Provoke opponents with insults, interruptions, or condescension until they lose composure. A calm debater facing an unhinged foe looks superior by default, letting you sidestep their points entirely. Follow this with word salad. Verbose, pseudo-intellectual gibberish dressed in academic jargon. To the untrained eye, it mimics expertise, dazzling without substance. Beneath the sarcasm, Schopenhauer's essay doubles as a warning. These tactics reveal how bad faith debaters prioritize winning over understanding. Recognizing them equips us to resist manipulation, distinguishing genuine discourse from deception. While he arms you with rhetorical ploys, he also inoculates the discerning against them, urging critical analysis over blind persuasion. In an age of rampant opinions, this dual lesson, how to deceive and how to see through deception, remains strikingly relevant.